Move to excuse Mr. Owen.
Second.
He did just text me and say that he's running a few minutes behind. He'll be here.
All right, so
Okay.
he is on his way.
Yep, he's on his way.
Okay, is there a motion to approve the minutes for the March 23rd, 2026 regular council meeting?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor of approving the minutes from March the 23rd, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Is there a motion to approve the agenda for the April 13th, 2026 regular council meeting? Mrs. Eckel?
I need to amend to add ordinance 2026-30 to the agenda.
Motion to approve the agenda as
Wait,
amended.
and Mayor, the proclamation that we were going to do, we're not going to do that tonight.
Okay.
And Beth Jensen is supposed to be here, so whenever she gets here, we'll get her in there someplace.
We're very flexible, this body.
All right, that's right. So now you can make your motion.
Motion to approve the agenda as amended.
Second.
All those in favor of approving the agenda as amended, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Okay, Chief Soroka.
Thank you, Mayor. Council, at your seats, Aaron put a copy of our strategic plan that we started working on back in, I guess, November. And it's a blueprint for us that we see the department moving forward in the next three to 5 years. And we were great. We had a person that was a facilitator for us who is well-known throughout the country. He's one of the leading experts in this strategic planning. So he was gracious enough to help us process it. So I would like him to come up, and then he can tell you some more and ask questions. And again, anytime that you have questions, I'm always there 24/7. All you have to do is ask. I would like to present Dave Dower. He is a member of the SISI, which is for the departments, for all the fire departments throughout the country. He travels everywhere. He's an expert in this. Dave?
Mayor, City Council, thanks for your time tonight. Let me move this a little bit. As Chief Soroka said, my name's Dave Dower. I just want to take a few minutes to talk about the process that was used for here. I'm definitely not an expert, but I have developed and managed and wrote many strategic plans. Again, I've been instructor, consultant, reviewer, and I've coached numerous agencies on strategic planning. As a mentor, I think even here locally in Ohio, I was Bowling Green's original mentor for Center for Public Safety Excellence when they were accredited. And I guess I was the unofficial mentor for Perrysburg, and they just got accredited a few weeks ago. So first of all, I just really commend Chief Soroka and staff, the members of Rossford Fire. Their commitment and dedication was obvious from the beginning. When a chief goes down this road, he definitely loses a little power because it sort of gives you a path forward, and hopefully this council, the mayor, and the fire department will try to keep him on task to completing a lot of it. The main elements that we followed during the process. We followed the Center for Public Safety Excellence guidelines. And I think it's in that document. You'll find it somewhere. It was the process we found. We did. We made it a community-centered strategic plan. And for me, and I was involved in writing non-community centered strategic plans, did a dang good job, but it was not community-centered. This is community-centered in that we did surveys of community members. We did surveys of the fire department personnel, and the fire department personnel, I don't know, the survey took about 15 minutes to complete. Oh, we had over 50% of them completed it. I was the facilitator for the workshops, only in that I had no bias, no agenda, other than to follow the process. Based upon some experiences I had, I did assist in the development of the documents. So I guess, first of all, what was the process? I never disagree with Chief Soroka, but it didn't start in November. Matter of fact, it was started way back in almost a year ago when I know I met with the mayor and Rossford Fire and the city administrator. We started the process way back then. We agreed with the process. We started surveys. We had to develop the surveys, obviously, in conjunction, not me. We did in conjunction with the fire department. So, and we got an excellent input from the citizens of Rossford. So during the strategic planning process, what did we develop? Because as you know better than I do, it's a relatively new department. So what was developed, and I guess real quick for the workshop, it had citizens, it had one council member. I think you're in charge maybe of the safety committee. Is there a safety committee?
I was on the special fire committee.
Okay, so we had so we had business leaders there, and we had, I guess, fire union heads there. So it was well attended at Danny's, and you could probably read, because really the first 30 pages of that document processes we followed, such as a SWOT analysis. We called it a SWOT analysis. But so they also formed, that group formed mission, vision, core values. They were developed. You'll find those later on, page 31, 34. They also developed future state statements where they wanted to be. I guess page 46 you'll read later on, to me, is probably the most important step, and that's the implementation. Obviously, submitting it to City Council tonight is definitely the best first step. Hopefully after this, I've talked with the chief. We're going to email it out to all the, I guess I won't go through all the steps there, but we email it to the people that were active, the citizens and the business people that were at the workshops, get it to all the members on the department, and get it on the website. First of all, I guess, and I've heard this many times, strategic plan is really not about the document. The process is important, and the end is going to be the most important. I'm going to go over it. We did develop, as you have in front of you, it's a 50-page strategic plan book. It followed the guidelines of Center for Public Safety Excellence. As I said, the first 30 pages are primarily documents the process we followed. After that, you'll find the mission, vision, and values, new mission, vision, and values of the fire department. And then the primary pages, which to me is the guts of the whole document, starts with goals and objectives. And I guess number one for me, it's a good document. And I think when we first met, Mayor, you said it, and I agree 100%. At best, that will be, even by the chief of the department, will be read one time, maybe twice. I hope that it doesn't go in a drawer. My goal is that maybe it will sit on the shelf, at least so they can sort of see it. So, but that's what happens. But that's only the first step of what we did. We document the process. We're going to get it to the people that are involved. From there, we develop what I call the one-page summary. And I think you have that. I do see you have that. That can be printed. I've seen agencies print that on posters because it has the goals, it has the vision, it has the path forward, it has some true statements, whether you agree. But we printed it in that size. It can be printed in any size. Personally, I like posters, but we designed that. We also, if I had a phone on me, we designed that'll go online, and let's see, and you don't have this probably link yet. Let's see if I have it. But we designed an InDesign digital document that can easily be seen on your phone and so forth. Again, we're dealing with that with the strategic plan document. But the most important thing for me, I guess, is what we call the tracking document. And the tracking document was developed, and it's in the fire department's hands now. 300 rows of Excel. It has the percentage complete of every objective. It has, more important than anything you probably will read in there, it has nearly 200 tasks. So under every objective, some people that have been involved in the process are familiar with SMART objectives or SMART goals and objectives, you know, strategic, measurable, attainable, realistic, time-bound. Well, what does that is we added tasks, almost 10, well, you'd probably divide it, but there's nearly 200 tasks that we do to obtain the objectives. We have a percentage complete. If it was me, hopefully they produce reports on that quarterly, semi-annually, or annually, and hopefully council follows up and says, let us know how you're doing. Chiefs tend to be a whack-a-mole type process. Every day is bringing new things, so hopefully there's some things that people can follow up on there. I guess I just wrote in conclusion, Rossford Fire and Rescue Department has strategic foresight and unwavering commitment to public safety. I think between the city council and fire department, you can look forward to a future where Rossford community remains safe and well prepared for any challenges that may arise. That's about all I have. Do you take questions or? No?
Thank you, Dave. Thank you, that's all we have on that, take a look at it in your spare time. Again, if you have questions, call me, I'll try to explain it. If not, I'll call Dave. But like Dave was saying, the most important thing is to look at that spreadsheet with the 200 tasks on it, and I'll be assigning somebody to track that, because I don't care what you do in the public sector, you have to be able to measure what you do. And to measure what you do means you have to have documentation. The factual documentation, whether it's response time, whether it's having enough people working at a certain time, you have to figure that out, and then you have to report it to show you what we have done, but where we want to be at in the future. So that is very important to us. One of the things that I would like to bring up tonight is that as a council, as a city, we have to think about where direction that we're going. Right now, what we're doing is pretty cost prohibitive. We have a fire department that's costing the city a tremendous amount of money now. It might be a chance or a time to start thinking about bigger things. And bigger things meaning if there's a run and Rossford Fire is over at Perrysburg Health coming back from a run, we just got done transporting somebody, and a heart attack comes in over at Costco. You know who they're sending now? Perrysburg. If I'm the family member or that person that has a heart attack, I want Rossford Fire to take that immediately. And then Perrysburg comes. Right now, we are not doing that. And that's frustrating from me, because I've always come from who's ever available goes. I'm not talking about a lift assist or an ill. I'm talking about an immediate life and death situation. And that's where I'm trying to get us to. Any questions?
Is that called closest rig?
Yes, available on air. And that doesn't mean that if we send somebody to Toledo and they're coming back from St. V's, our unit gets stuck doing 3 or 4 runs. No, we can always work that out. Again, it's emergency life and death ALS runs that time is of the essence. So I want you guys to think about things like that, because that's the way that I think we should be moving towards.
How do we get to that?
I think by having community discussions, whether it's with Perrysburg Township, whether it's with Perrysburg, but Northwood, every rig, these days, rigs are very expensive. There's no reason why every department should be buying a special rig once we can all gather in, because we're all coming to those runs anyways. We all have mutual aid responses. If we're out, somebody else is coming in, and we're doing the same for them. So for a full-time fire department, I think that we need to share things more with the area as a district-wide.
Are we close to a co-op, you think?
Are we close? No, well, that'll come down with whether it's with the trustees, whether it's the commissioners, whether it's with the mayors, but these are talks that really need to be taking place so we can move our coverage better. That's all I'm trying to do, is to get the best coverage for us. But realizing what we're doing now financially, it's strapping the city of Rossford. Yeah, the money is coming in okay, and unless you talk to Chris. But there's going to be a time where, so how come we are spending this much and then they're spending that much when we should be, as a group, spending equal amounts? So those are talks I think that need to happen, and it needs to be with council, with the mayors, with the administrators, and then moving forward.
How are response times in the crossroads, south of Buck?
Response times in the crossroads, south of Buck, even if we get out of the house in less than a minute, it's taking us almost 12 minutes to get there. That is not supposed to be happening. We should, especially once we have a Perrysburg Township station that can respond there within 2 minutes. If there's a heart attack or a cardiac issue over at Amazon, and it takes us 10 to 12 minutes, that's too long. Once we have Perrysburg Township right next door, that can be there within 2 minutes. And we do that for them here, down at the county, coming down here. We also respond there much faster than they can get here. So it's a give-take. You take some of ours, we'll take some of yours. But again, it's the closest rig available. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Any other questions?
Do we know what our current ISO rating is?
I believe, Elston, what was it? Was it a 5? I'm not sure. Ellison has that. I don't know, Todd, do you know at all? No?
That's fine, I can.
Yeah, but no, when we were at Toledo, of course, we were at 1 and 1. But your ISO ratings means you're dropping insurance rates too. But again, I don't have that
Okay.
that information because that was done prior, and then Ellison has that information. I thought it was a 5, but I could be wrong.
That's okay.
And that goes up to 9. Anything else?
Lower's better?
Pardon?
For your ISO rating, lower?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
1's the best.
Yes,
and
one
9's
is the best.
worst.
Yes. It's 9 or 10. I think it's 9.
What should a fire department's ISO rating be?
I would like to be at least at 3 or else better. I would love it to be 1. One of the biggest things that people have a hard time getting to is 1 because of their water sources. We have a great water system here. So mainly it's based on how fast you can get to, your staffing, your rigs, all that gets put into a bowl, and then they come in and they visit you, and then, of course, you have to document it. You just can't tell them. You have to prove your documentation is what you're doing. What you said that you're doing, you said, this is it.
Is that done on an annual basis, or?
Generally, it's like every 3 years.
Okay.
There's a group that comes in and rates you, but it could take 3 to 5 years to even get to it, because once they come in, they will look at your records and then go over things. Hey, you have to do better here. You have to do better here, and that's also training. Training is a very big part of it, because not only do you have to have training, you also have to have the records of training. Training has to be documented, because if it isn't documented, it isn't done.
Well, maybe the special committee might consider reconvening, going over this with you.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah. You know, I think the time is right now, because when I talk to the other chiefs, Rossford, they like what Rossford's doing. It's good, positive vibes. It's good, positive feelings. They know now exactly what they're getting instead of guessing, and they know how our personnel are showing up, doing what they're supposed to do, and helping, instead of wondering when and who is coming. And they're also working with them. They have come over and worked with us, and we have trained with them, so they know what they're getting, which I can tell you as an incident commander is very important because you want to make sure that you know what people are doing before you put them in an uncomfortable position. Any other
That was the
questions?
eventual goal of our small committee. or
Was it?
special committee was put ourselves in a position with a full-time fire department that other departments could feel comfortable that we could provide equal care, and then we could have that conversation about
Right, that's,
accelerated mutual aid.
right, and now people, we are attractive now. Nothing to say anything about the prior people, it's just that we, because with our full-time model, is being attractive to other area fire departments, because that's what they wanted to see.
Well, I think I speak for everybody when I say we think you're doing a great job. And Ron and Greg and the rest of the department. I've never felt safer or felt better than I do right now, so thank you so much.
No, thank you, that's a very important part. It's not Rick Soroka doing it, it's a team, it's Ron and Greg, and then the firefighters. We have a tremendous amount of buy-in, people want to come here to work. So,
That's great.
But thank
Great
you.
job.
Yep, thank you.
Report of the mayor and administrator. Todd, did you want to take this opportunity, or did you want to wait later?
No, really, the only thing I came here to talk about was the intersection and any other questions that come
Okay, so I'll wait till we get there then. Mr. Watchell, is there any correspondence?
Yes, I have a couple of pieces of correspondence, Mayor. The first one, in fact, relates to the fire department. We would like to recognize and thank the members of Rossford Fire and Rescue for their compassion and hospitality they gave to 3-year-old Parker McGurk when he and his grandparents visited last Tuesday. Cindy McGurk wrote the department a letter expressing her gratitude. To the firefighters of Rossford who were so kind to us March 17th in the morning, we brought our 3-year-old grandson Parker to visit the firehouse. We appreciate your kindness, time, patience, and hospitality you showed our grandson. Thank you. May God always protect you and keep you in his care. Marty, Cindy, and Parker McGurk. Next is from to Detective Perez from Chief Ravel. On March 10th, 2026, 4 suspects brutally assaulted an individual in a business parking lot in Rossford, leaving the victim with multiple serious injuries. The suspects fled before officers arrived, creating immediate challenges for the investigation. You immediately started working on the case using both technology and persistence to identify those responsible. Through hard work, you not only located all 4 suspects, but also secured confessions that ultimately led to charges against each of them. Throughout the investigation, your commitment to seeking justice for the victim was apparent. Thank you for your professionalism, your concern for the victim, and the significant time and effort you put into this investigation. Keep up the excellent work. And then finally, Perrysburg Municipal Court sent 3 copies of their annual report. I'll put one up on the counter, one will be in my mailbox, and then I have one left if anyone wants to take it. That's it, Mayor.
Great job, Craig. Please pass that on to the other officers. Introduction of ordinances. Is there a motion to read ordinance 2026-23 by title only?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor of reading by title only, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? 2026-23 amended is an ordinance authorizing the award of a contract for the construction of the Buck Glenwood Roundabout Project, ODOT PID 117851, to Vernon Nagel and declaring an emergency. This is a 3rd reading.
Did you want to speak on this, Todd?
Yeah, Bob gave me 35 seconds to set this up, and gave the rest of my time to Zach to ask questions. So the Buck Glenwood Roundabout is everybody knows where that's at. It's to facilitate the economic development to the south. The project was bid on 27 February 2026. The engineer's estimate was $2,694,000. ER Zeiler Excavating was the low bid at $2,468,000. Vernon Nagel was the second low at $3,078,000. The ER Zeiler excavating bid was found to be unresponsive. They failed to meet the requirements for small disadvantaged business goals, and were unable to put together a response and a get well action plan in order to secure the low contract. Vernon Nagel, their estimate is above the engineer's estimate, but within range of awardable, in light of the fact that, excuse me, a 1.8% inflation adjustment is being used regularly with current fuel prices and everything going on. So the recommendation would be to go with Vernon Nagel for several reasons. If you pull back the contract and then try to rebid, you will be in the next year, and you're already going to have a lot of construction down in that area with the activity coming in with recent development. And also, part of that development going in depends on that intersection being improved and getting out of the way. With that, I'll open it up to questions for Zach.
What was the initial, or what was the engineer's estimate?
The engineer's estimate initially was $2,742,000, but they adjusted it down. They took the inflation escalator out of there. Thought they were doing us a favor, but theirs was $2,694,000. So again, you got the time value of money, execution, and there's a lot of activity. We only increase the cost and the impact to the traffic public. Now, a standard roundabout is about $2.5 million, and we're about $600,000 over that. The reason is we got, I think, 15,000 vehicles a day going through that intersection, and we have to do most of it under traffic. We don't have a complete closure. Maintaining traffic for FedEx and all the businesses in Town Point, and then what we have coming out of the crossroads is the hardest part about any project. As you remember, we built the roundabouts in the crossroads for about $1.5 million a piece, but that was empty farm field, and we had the road closed down, and we didn't have to finish that. There was some temporary construction of roundabout, bypass roads to keep traffic moving. But with this project, I talked to Vernon Nagel, and there's a process we call value engineering, where now that we've lost the initiative on the schedule with the start date, value engineering, we'll go back and take a look at the maintenance and traffic sequencing. Right now, there are contract restrictions. We may waive those. The early start date for the project will be, if it's approved this evening, will be mid-May, May 15th, and we will, in order to negotiate a value engineering proposal to keep the cost within 10% of being over. We're allowed to go 20% over, but my goal is to keep it within 10%, would be to work on the value engineering. So we're going to see changes in maintenance traffic. Yeah, there's going to be disruption out there, but again, we're doing this under heavy traffic for even heavier traffic to come in the future.
Go ahead.
Vernon Nagel does, not the majority of our roundabouts, or most of, they've done a lot of them?
They've done a lot of roundabouts, and they're good at doing them. They're good at doing them fast. They did the roundabout down at Northwest Water Sewer District. We managed an entire corridor and maintained traffic through there. We did a 45-day closure. They were able to get it done. In a complex situation, a company like Vernon Nagel that has a lot of experience with maintenance of traffic and is innovative and doesn't come back with a bill for everything, they work together with the owners, and they've done that regularly here in Rossford.
And they'll have boots on the ground
Yeah.
at the same time.
Yeah, this Thursday, the Edison's supposed to be out there moving the poles, and so everything will be clear and ready to go. I'll work with Allison on a communication plan, because it is going to be disruptive. There are going to be some changes in the maintenance of traffic, but we will work with the local businesses and make sure that it's communicated, and the detour routes. And the other benefit of this is with Vernon Nagel doing bridge over Grassy Creek, and then the one in town, they're close and they have the resources to respond.
It's not, you know what happens when you have contractor A up here, contractor B down there. Contractor B doesn't care what's goes down with contractor A and creates a problem, and the city's got a mess to deal with. So, not to say we're not gonna have a mess, but the mess won't be as bad. Strike that from the record, Vince.
There'll be a lot less finger pointing too.
Exactly.
Yeah. Any other questions? Is there a motion?
Move,
We have to,
we're on the third reading, move to declare an emergency.
second.
All those in favor of declaring an emergency, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Move adoption.
Second.
Vote on the motion to adopt ordinance 2026-23 amended. Eckel?
Aye.
Tinney?
Aye.
Owen?
Aye.
Stotzenbach?
Aye.
Reynolds?
Aye.
Toth?
Aye.
Oberdorf?
Okay, is there a motion to read ordinance 2026-25 by title only?
Second.
All those in favor of reading by title only, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? 2026-25 is an ordinance authorizing the city of Rossford to enter into a consulting agreement with IFG Development Group LLC and declaring an emergency. This is a first reading.
It's no secret that the land from Buck Road to Mandel, we're gaining a very large project. There are some infrastructure needs that we need to correct, and IFG is our consultant, so this will be the final phase of that process. Todd, did you have anything to add to that?
Yeah, signing the NDA, not sure how much, but the mayor's correct. There is a power issue landing firms in this area. A responsive power generation capability, whether it comes organically from an established power generator or another way to do it in the area for manufacturing and large distribution type activities. The city needs to work on the risk of not being able to work with incoming businesses to get power. So that's what we're money for.
Yeah, and it's very fluid, too. Everything now is speed to market, so I would ask council to pass this evening so we could keep the momentum going.
Is this the power generation study that we talked about a few weeks ago?
It is, yes.
It's basically
the
just a-
second phase of it. There was the first phase. This is the second one.
Move suspension of the second and third reading.
Second.
Is there anyone in the audience who would have a problem with us passing this evening, or any questions in regards to it? No.
All those in favor of suspending with the second and third reading, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Move to declare an emergency.
Second.
All those in favor of declaring an emergency, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Move adoption.
Second.
Vote on the motion to adopt ordinance 2026-25. Eckel?
Aye.
Oberdorf?
Aye.
Toth?
Aye.
Reynolds?
Aye.
Stotzenbach?
Aye.
Owen?
Aye.
Tinney?
Aye.
Is there a motion to read ordinance 2026-26 by title only?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor of reading by title only, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? 2026-26 is an ordinance for transfer of funds for the year beginning January 1, 2026 and ending December 31, 2026. This is a first reading.
Chris?
Thank you. So this is simply transferring forfeited funds from our holding account to the law enforcement trust fund.
Okay. Is there a motion?
Move to suspend the second and third reading.
Second.
Is there anyone in the audience who would have a problem with us passing this evening, or any questions in regards to it? No.
All those in favor of suspending with the second and third reading, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Move adoption.
Second.
Vote on the motion to adopt 2026-26. Owen?
Aye.
Stotzenbach?
Aye.
Reynolds?
Aye.
Toth?
Aye.
Oberdorf?
Aye.
Eckel?
Aye.
Tinney?
Aye.
Is there a motion to read ordinance 2026-27 by title only?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor of reading by title only, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? 2026-27 is an ordinance authorizing the administration to enter into an agreement with OHM Advisors for engineering services required in conjunction with the construction management, and project inspection for the Buck Glenwood Roundabout Project, ODOT PID 117851, and declaring an emergency. This is a first reading.
That's for the construction inspection for Bergen Superior. Their estimate is under the 10% of the construction cost, so, and it meets the requirements for ODOT oversight on the project.
Gotcha. Is there a motion?
Move suspension of the second and third readings.
Second.
Is there anyone in the audience that would have a problem with us passing this evening, or any questions in regards to it? No.
All those in favor of suspending with the second and third reading, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Move to declare an emergency.
Second.
All those in favor of declaring an emergency, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Move adoption.
Second.
Vote on the motion to adopt ordinance 2026-27. Eckel?
Aye.
Tinney?
Aye.
Owen?
Aye.
Stotzenbach?
Aye.
Reynolds?
Aye.
Toth?
Aye.
Oberdorf?
Is there a motion to read ordinance 2026-28 by title only?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor of reading by title only, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? 2026-28 is an ordinance authorizing the award of a contract for the 2026 Clark Drive resurfacing project and declaring an emergency. This is a first reading.
That's basically a pavement repair and resurfacing. You got a nice sign out there, you got a lot of new hotels, and you're gonna make it first-class stop along the crossroad of America.
Move to suspend with the, oh,
Public Works, this was one of the,
It was bad shape.
yeah. Worser, I don't know, worse is not a word, but most bad pavement sections in the city, so.
All we need is a second.
Second.
All right, here we go. Is there anybody in the audience who would have a problem with us passing this evening, or any questions in regards to it? No.
All those in favor of suspending with the second and third reading, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Move to declare an emergency.
Second.
All those in favor of declaring an emergency, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Motion to adopt ordinance 2026-28.
Second.
Vote on the motion to adopt. Reynolds?
Aye.
Toth?
Aye.
Oberdorf? Eckel?
Aye.
Tinney?
Aye.
Owen?
Aye.
Stotzenbach?
Aye.
Is there a motion to read ordinance 2026-29 by title only?
Second.
All those in favor of reading by title only, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? 2026-29 is an ordinance authorizing the award of a contract for the 2026 street resurfacing program and declaring an emergency. This is a first reading.
It's just your standard pavement.
Yeah.
Program. Extend the length of the road.
This lists North High Street.
I think they meant Birch.
Okay,
We're annexing a part of Columbus.
I was gonna say.
Mr. Wattrell insisted.
We don't want it.
Okay, here we go. Is there anybody in the audience who had a problem with us passing this?
Someone make a motion to suspend.
Motion to suspend with the second and third readings.
Second.
Is there anyone in the audience who would have a problem with us passing this evening, or any questions in regards to it? No.
All those in favor of suspending with the second and third reading, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Motion to declare an emergency.
Second.
All those in favor of declaring an emergency, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Motion to adopt ordinance 2026-29.
Second.
Vote on the motion to adopt. Reynolds?
Aye.
Stotzenbach?
Aye.
Owen?
Aye.
Tinney?
Aye.
Eckel?
Aye.
Oberdorf? Toth?
Aye.
Is there a motion to read ordinance 2026-30 by title only?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor of reading by title only, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? 2026-30 is an ordinance authorizing amending the contract with Vernon Nagel Incorporated for the State Route 65 Bergen Glenwood Roundabout Project and declaring an emergency. This is a first reading.
The district wanted to repair not that there's anything in immediate danger, but it's not in the best of shape, so building a new roundabout roundabout, you want to put in new infrastructure, so under MOU, the Northwest Water Sewer District has added that to the project.
Okay. Is there a motion?
Move to suspend with the second and third reading.
Second.
Is there anyone that would have a problem with us passing this evening, or any questions in regards to it? No.
All those in favor of suspending with the second and third reading, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Move to declare an emergency.
Second.
All those in favor of declaring an emergency, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Move adoption.
Second.
Vote on the motion to adopt ordinance 2026-30. Owen?
Aye.
Tinney?
Aye.
Eckel?
Aye.
Oberdorf?
Aye.
Toth?
Aye.
Reynolds?
Aye.
Stotzenbach?
Aye.
No resolutions this evening?
No.
Okay, council remarks. Councilman Toth.
Nothing.
Councilman Overdorf.
Nothing tonight, Mayor.
Councilwoman Eckel.
Thank you, Chief Soroka, for the strategic plan and for all your hard work with the department over the last year. I think it's following along pretty closely with what the Special Fire Committee had in mind, so I just appreciate all your hard work for that. Thank you so much. Had a conversation with other council people regarding all the new stuff that we're doing in town and the work that's being done, and just some maintenance issues on other things in town, and who should be, you know, if there's coming out of the committee, is that something for a certain department? So what I'd like to ask you to do is in your committee meetings over the next month, if you could just put together a list of things that you think need the routine maintenance, you know, for example, just off the top of my head, our park benches. And so that we can pull that together and try to get a work plan for this summer. I know that some of it falls under rec, some of it falls under public works, but let's put it all together on what's needed, and then we can give it to Daryl and Toby to fight over, or how we want to handle it. But we'll just go over, after all the committees have a chance to talk about it, we'll just go over it together in council and try to break it up and come up with a plan on how to get some of those things taken care of. That's all, thank you.
Councilwoman Tinney.
Nothing, thank you.
Councilman Owen.
Start of track season for in baseball and softball. I know there's been some successes early on, so congratulations to our teams and those individuals that have done well.
Councilman Stotzenbach.
Nothing.
Councilwoman Reynolds.
I just wanted to say thank you, Chief Soroka, for all your hard work on this strategic plan. Getting my master's in public administration, I definitely have learned the importance of making data-driven decisions, and so this is really impressive to see, and I'm very excited about the direction that the fire department is heading in. Additionally, I was thinking recently about how many people are going to be able to enjoy the Pocket Park this season, and how I think we really need a proper name for it. And so I would like to propose putting on the, for next time's agenda, naming the Pocket Park the Caroline Ross Connection Hub. Something that's sort of in keeping with the TARTA public transit mindset, and also recognizing a very important woman in this town. It's right across the street from Edward Ford, so I'd like council to consider that at the next meeting.
Good idea, Brenna.
That's a great idea.
Okay, audience remarks.
Reagan Strong, 818 Lime City Road, Rossford, Ohio. I missed a week. I really wish there was signage to remind me, because I drive off the highway for fun sometimes, and I would remember you guys and smile. The world's moving so fast that the man who says it can't be done is often being interrupted by somebody already doing it. So I hope to see us keep caring about public works and keeping good records, especially maybe something for the public to see one day, because you're right, the more I see, the more I do trust. So I'm excited to hear the Rossford Fire Department and their plans. And I love the idea of helping the people around us instead of listening to weird lines that are also really weird shapes. So I hope to see us exploring what community looks like. Thank you.
Thank you.
Diane Wolf, 264 Jennings. I love your idea, Brenna, but I also had another suggestion. I don't know whose property that was. I went back as far as I could in real estate transfers, where the Pocket Park now is. I'm assuming it belonged to somebody who was, you know, an immigrant that came to work at LOF and started a business there. I'd like to see it kind of channel the legacy of this town and who built this town and how many people came here with nothing but a dream in their pocket and made success. So I would love to see something tributed to the people that have started our little city. Secondly, at the risk of being chastised for being the traffic police again, which I seem to get often on social media, I was sitting on the patio at Bo's having lunch with my husband, dinner lunch, and there were several e-bikes going really fast. A big amount of traffic coming in and out of Danny's, a big amount of traffic just walking, going to the ice cream shop, and they were on the sidewalk really fast. Mini bikes, e-bikes. I think we need to make it kind of a fair warning that that is not okay. I know it's in the ordinance that we're not allowed to have it, but until somebody enforces it, they're going to continue doing it. And I don't want to see anybody get hurt. You know, it could just be someone walking in to grab a pizza and get run over. They were going really fast. So if we could ask the police department to make a warning, make it clear that it's not okay, make signage, something. They need to be on the street. If they can go as fast as a car, they need to be on the streets. The other thing is, third and final, I hope, is down at the marina. I admit I'm lazy, and I enjoy driving down there and looking at the water and watching for the eagles that nest out in the river outside of the entrance to the marina. And the fishermen are everywhere. They have their poles laying across the parking lot. They have their cars parked in the middle of the turnaround. They have kids running all over. I know the signs are up that they can't be fishing there, but I would ask that somebody remind them that there's designated places for the fishing and designated places for their parking. Because unless it's titled a private drive for those dock owners and dock renters, that it is a public place where a lot of people enjoy just going down and looking at the nature and looking at the river. And you can't really do that. They're blocking it quite often. So, thank you.
Is there anyone else? Motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor of adjourning, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? I said aye.